Okay, next up in our Google Ads account audit is going to be budget and bid management. It's going to help you refine your budgets and show you some advanced bidding strategies. So for the starters, let's check if your campaign has sufficient budget for the industry. Now, I know if you're taking a look at Google recommendations that you're often seeing the recommendation to increase your budget. I have yet to see Google tell someone to decrease the budget, so I understand skepticism about that, but you can tell in the performance of your campaign. This one, our mock one, is budgeted at $150 a day, and you can tell in the performance of your campaign if it's sputtering or if it's uneven, if it'll increase and decrease suddenly, that it is under budgeted for your target area and what you're trying to accomplish with it. So there are some ways to tell, not just kind of that constant reminder to increase budget that you'll get from the recommendation section. The next one is if you're using account or portfolio bid strategies. This is going to help you a lot to take advantage of Google's machine learning enhancements, where they use a ton of data points to help optimize bid strategies. So for this one, we're going tools and settings, and then we're coming into bid strategies, and we're talking about these account or portfolio-based bid strategies. If you're just first starting your campaign, you may need a little more data to be able to use these, like you need conversion actions to be able to use the maximize conversions or CPA. You also need additional information if you're using maximize conversion value. That's where adding those conversion values when we put in different types of conversions really comes in handy. So for this one, for our specific campaigns, we're going to say maximize conversions because these are lead generating campaigns. We are optimizing for phone calls and form fills. And so one of the best ways to get better campaigns is to use maximize conversions. And apply this to the campaigns. We have our target CPA, which for Google means cost per action, not necessarily all the way through to cost per acquisition. So this is just cost per action, which in this case is the conversion actions that we defined, which are phone calls and form submissions. And we're saying that to us, the value of that is about $15 a piece. Okay, now we're going to take a look at some bid adjustments. Okay, right here, we're going to go through advanced bid adjustments for the specific campaign. Now, if you have multiple actions and some are worth more than others, say calls are worth more than form fills, we'd say we're willing to increase this by 3%. And the reason that this is a relatively low percentage is because as we go through these bid adjustments for different actions, they're stackable. So we're saying if this is more likely to result in a phone call, we're willing to bid an additional 3%. If the person is closer to our location than further away, we're willing to bid an additional 5%. If they're in one of our target audiences versus general searcher, we're willing to bid an additional 3%. And all of these percentages are cumulative. That's why we want to keep them relatively low because they're stackable. Let's also take a look at ad schedule bid adjustments. So as you come in, you're going to have more historical data as your campaign continues to run, and you'll be able to see which times of days are resulting in the best interactions. So depending on your type of business, for this one, as a dealership, we'd say in the real world, they would have some hours that are a lot more busy than others, and we would want to increase bidding for customers most likely to result in a conversion action, or searchers most likely to result in a conversion action. We've got that one covered. Can also do location-based bid adjustments. And I do recommend this, especially if you're running multiple locations in your campaign, like if your campaign service area covers multiple cities and some perform better than others, or if you just have different locations and you have them entered into a single campaign. This can help allocate budget to the ones that are performing the best. For us, we're saying we're doing it on a radius, and we're saying for searchers within 20 miles of this dealership, we're willing to bid an additional 3% because we believe that they're more likely to take action. And those that are very close within 10 miles, we're willing to bid up to an additional 7% for those searchers because they're close and we believe that those are a good quality of leads and that they're willing to take action. So this is how you can refine your targeting and budget optimizations. You also have the ability to do device-based bidding. This is kind of dependent on your business and on your website. Now, a ton of campaigns I see have very large mobile bid adjustments because they want to increase their mobile traffic, but slow landing pages and not great mobile UIs. So they're losing customers and bidding extra to lose those customers. So for my top recommendation, if you want more mobile customers and if you want to make mobile-based bid adjustments, to have a high-performing landing page. And once you've got that down, then bid this up. And if that is what's driving more interaction for your campaigns, if you're getting higher conversions and you want more mobile traffic. So you've got the landing page covered, you've got the site speed covered. Now we're going to bid more for it. We can also have, I should put that down to audience-based bid adjustments. So we're going to show this table. Earlier, we added luxury vehicles and used luxury vehicles as well as Acura into our observation for campaigns so that we have these audience segments. Can also come in here as we're doing bid adjustments and say, oh, this is very specific to my audience and that I believe will convert for me, so I am willing to bid an additional 3% for searchers that meet this criteria. This can go a step even further if you have your own input audiences. So if you have your own custom audiences, where we took a look at using the audience manager, and creating additional segments and then attaching them to the campaigns or combined segments where you can use your data and Google's and attaching them to the campaigns, then you can get even more granular and detailed in your audience targeting by changing the bidding that you're willing to do for it.